Flat out boar. Last week he was in Finland enjoying driven elk and whitetail. This week Paul Childerley takes on almost every animal in the German forests.
Absolutely fabulous.
And we go behind the scenes at Fieldsports Channel in the worst possible way for the 2017 blooper reel. We have, as ever, news and hunting YouTube. Welcome to Fieldsports Britain. Paul continues his tour of European-driven hunts at Laubach Castle, where he and several dozen other shooters are thinning the vermin and filling the larder with a day after the big game of the German forests. Now, don't expect to shoot a lot of bullets on a driven boar day. Paul can shoot rodos, red hinds, red spikers, mouflon rams and various wild boar, but the chances are he will see only one or two of all of those. Imagine Paul's excitement when a pair of red deer walk into view.
It was a red spiker and a single hind. They come trotting through, stood still, and then trotted again through the clear bit. Took a single shot. Perfect. Great start to a great day.
That's about all the luck a shooter should have. Here is a roe going through the drive, which Paul correctly identifies as a buck, so not in season today. But then Paul gets luckier.
Can't believe it. No noise at all. All of a sudden, big sow was on the middle of the track in front of us, followed by a group of about 12 and another sow. I hesitated because they were in a big group, and then a single youngster come behind. So I shot that just over the track, perfect, and then took a second shot through the trees, but hit a bit of wood. But I am chuffed.
So that is
2 for 2, one red deer,
in the last few
one
minutes.
boar. I know, it's amazing.
That little boar, which was Paul's first shot, was lagging behind the others because of an injury. You can see it holding its front leg up. After it's down, a beater comes by and a dog checks it's dead. So that should just about wrap it up for today. But no, the best is yet to come. Paul can't believe his luck.
Absolutely fabulous. They said to me, if Charlie's in your seat, you will have no luck. A red deer, a wild boar, and now a fantastic mouflon ram. I'm still shaking. It takes me a lot to get me to shake. And I can see him coming. You come in, I said, yes, the ram is a ram. And I took my time on him. I'm perfect. I'm over the moon. Done.
You can start crying.
Should we go home? No, not quite. I'm not that stage. It's not my style.
Paul is using a popular combination of kit for this hunt. Rifle is the Merkel Helix, a straight pull that cycles quickly when you're under pressure. He has the Zeiss V6 scope, which allows him to zoom in and out on game.
So I could see with my eye that it was mouflon because of the white spot on the flank. So I identified it as a mouflon, but we could only take rams. And out at 200 metres, I couldn't see with the scope because I've had it down on 5 power for driven hunting. So basically turned it up to 12 power, looked through the wood, see it was a ram, back down to 5, not only because it's my lucky number, but also because it's like a lower magnification, perfect for the driven shooting and freehand shooting.
Cartridges are Hornady, which Paul tested the previous day at a nearby rifle range. He was offered a choice between the plastic-tipped Hornady ELD-X and the lead-free solid ET-X. We meet up with the distributor Jens Tiggers, who explains the benefits of both, starting with the plastic-tipped ELD-X.
So that's probably the most advanced hunting bullet at the moment on the market. So on long ranges it will still open up, it will still give terminal performance in the game, but on short distance it won't shatter too early. It will still have a controlled penetration and exit wounds, which is preferred. However, this is a very streamlined design, as you can see, which is necessary to shoot long ranges, to have a better trajectory and less wind deflection. On your left side, you have the new ELD-X bullet, which is a lead-free, non-splintering, deforming bullet, and with a very traditional shape, a round nose shape. And because of the bigger me-plat of that bullet, you have the game reacts more visible to the shot. So beside the overall hit that the game receives, here you have a little bit more punch to it, and especially with a lead-free, you want to see a reaction of the game to it to be sure that you hit it. That gives you more confidence and more visible reaction of the game, and that's actually a bullet behavior people prefer here in Central Europe, Germany, and surrounding countries. Because of that, then if you shoot an animal, also if there's a group and maybe you have a potential chance of shooting a second one, you can only address that if you are sure that the first one is properly hit and will go down. So you have better chances to get second shot on the second animal, maybe.
Paul chooses the plastic-tipped ELD-X. Less shot reaction, but better downrange performance. The drive stops at 1 o'clock sharp, and Paul goes to collect the results of his shooting. He makes straight for his mouflon and sets it up for photography. A lot of big game hunting is about hair and makeup.
Possibly one of the better driven mornings you've ever had?
I would say it's in the top. The top. Number one. Yeah, absolutely. Well, action start to finish.
Paul's next job is to gather up his game and gralloch it. The wagon is about to arrive and take both us and the carcasses away. While he's doing that, let's go back to the drive, to the moment a pack of terriers yaps past. They're onto a fox. It's a fox which gives Paul, who is a gamekeeper and sworn enemy of foxes, not just one clear shot. No, not just one, but 2 clear shots. Yes, 2. And then another fox goes past.
Let's not talk about foxes.
Because 5 is your lucky number, right?
Aye.
And you shot at 5 animals today, didn't you?
I did.
But just a sec. There's only 3 animals there.
Yes, these are game quarry. And there might have been a fox.
Or
2. Yeah, slippery little suckers, aren't they? Yeah, I mean, if I was at home I'd have sacked myself, obviously with the pheasants. But yeah, the first one come across a short ride, I missed it, bang bang. But the rifle worked really well, it recycled well, it was quick for the second shot, but it still missed. And then the second one actually come up, he's so close, and then he come across the ride and yeah, I missed him as well.
he reacted strongly. I mean,
He actually rolled forward, but obviously the shot was in front of him.
that could have been a bit of blood.
Yeah, I just think he just lost his foot placement and dashed into the cover and then whew, back the other way, going up yours, and he missed. So yeah.
Some you win.
Hey, I'm happy.
And happy he should be. Not just because he's had a great day, but because he has another day ahead of him. It snows overnight and the wood is picked out in white, which gives us a chance to make Paul look dramatic. He is on a stand overlooking a 1/4 of an acre of bramble and Christmas trees, and beyond it, the kind of big black wood that game likes to stick to when it's coming through. Behind him is an open area of cathedral-like beech trees where we see a few animals on the skyline. Now, he is not expecting good things. Why should he? After the day before, the gods of hunting will surely not favour him twice. They do. A beater comes and, as if he knows they are there, puts his terriers into the Christmas tree and bramble thicket that we've been watching for an hour. Out comes one boar. And out comes another.
Can you see my hand? We had a little discussion first saying how this thick bramble here, good place for him to lie up in the snow. So we were always a bit sort of wary. And yeah, Peter's come into the back of this young Christmas tree plantation, and there's nothing. And all of a sudden, a Christmas tree went, brambles went everywhere, dogs all erupted, and then this boar, which is down there, exploded out and gives a perfect shot and struck. This is brilliant. And then there's another one in there, smaller, younger one, come out the front, and dogs were fighting with it, and come right through really close, and it exploded. And again, the excitement, I shot a little bit quick and missed the first shot, but the second shot was good. So yeah, absolutely unbelievable.
5 animals in 2 days is 3 or 4 more than most people get. But still, the action is not over. A roe doe makes its way through the woods. Again, Paul makes sure it goes down, and it's followed by a boar. You catch a glimpse of the animals through the trees. Learning from yesterday's mistake on the boar, Paul waits for a clean line of sight before he goes for it. Unfortunately, it's a miss, but Paul will need to look for it to make sure. If he finds any signs of injury, he can call in the tracking team. Still, perhaps like me, you're starting to lose count. And this one doesn't help. Man's on fire. At the end of the drive, casting around looking for that possible boar, Paul gets a surprise. He finds a roe doe. He really thought he'd missed that one, but reviewing the footage shows a clean heart shot. It ran a few yards and dropped in the thick stuff. It shows why every bullet has to be accounted for. Back to base, and almost everyone has a story to tell, though none as consistently successful as Paul. He even finds his fox, so to speak. For others, it's all too much. Yep, it's Peter Carr from the shooting show. Well, he had just flown in from the Congo. It's been an immaculately run day by the Germans. They combine efficiency and tradition to make unforgettable moments for shooters like Paul. He is one of around 40 on stands throughout the forest. At the end of the day, the head keeper Rudiger and our host, Johannes First from sports optics company Zeiss, hand out fur fronds to the successful, and the beaters, who have worked hard throughout the day, blow the end of a thoroughly memorable hunt.
Well done, Paul. A truly incredible 3 days there. Organised by sports optics company Zeiss. Motto, making it visible. Next up, making it risible, it's David with the Fieldsports Channel News Stump.
This is Fieldsports Channel News. Prince Harry has ducked the annual Boxing Day shoot at Sandringham so he can spend more time with his fiancée. The shoot, set up in its modern form by Prince Philip, usually sees both Prince William and Harry taking part, but Meghan Markle is reportedly anti-hunting. However, she didn't stop him going boar hunting with friends earlier in the month. A teenage boy has gone hunting side saddle to raise money for cancer research. William Pittendry and his skewbald Alf went out with the Tynesdale after this practice session on the saddle designed for medieval ladies. He so far has raised more than £2,000 via his Just Giving page. Go to bit.ly/Alf Side Saddle. A Lincolnshire pub has received multiple death threats after agreeing to host a local Boxing Day hunt meet. After Bawtry Town Council in Lincolnshire refused permission for the Grove and Rufford hunt to meet, the local King William Inn at Scatworth stepped in, saying they were immensely proud to hold the meet. However, antis have attacked them online and threatened to kill the landlord and staff. A Canadian shooter and ambassador for the hunting shop Cabela's has risen above the barrage by antis after he shot a cougar. Steve Eklund, host of outdoor TV show The Edge, faced off attacks from animal rights activists on social media after posting photos of himself with a big cougar he killed in northern Alberta. He points out that this picture has produced 900 likes, 450 comments, 13 confirmed death threats, 754 swear words and 1 happy hunter. And finally, a Texas hunter is going to learn to dread the hunting season. John Walker Drinnan, aged 34, has been convicted of hunting a deer out of season. He claimed he shot the 19-point buck in Oklahoma, but Texas Parks and Wildlife Rangers used photos he posted to show that it was shot in Texas. A judge in Grayson County, Texas, has ordered he spends every weekend for the next 5 hunting seasons in prison, as well as paying more than $18,000 in fines. You are now up to date with Fieldsports Channel News. Stalking the stories, fishing for facts.
Thank you, David. Now the bits from 1917. 1917? Thank you, David. Now the bits from 2017 we really didn't want you to see. It's the blooper reel.
Ow, you monkey!
I say Seiko, they say Sacco. Give me 1 second. That was it.
One more.
I say Seiko, they say
Shot. We had 3 birds coming in, right?
Yeah.
No, left. Easy one left.
Yeah.
Real pucker, easy one right.
Yeah.
Middle of the hide, right, left.
Yeah.
4 more coming.
Oh, so you're talking you're talking as
Left hand side of the pigeon. Pigeons. That was my bird.
I have lovely breasticles. Quite a cold night, and I suffer with a cold a little bit, so I've actually got them. Wow.
Hey, it's the pig.
Oh yeah, the pig is in there. Quiet, Porky, be quiet. That in that pig. Cut, take 3.
Well, we just have to see how it goes. If we shoot 30 pigeons today, I'll be well happy. But just getting out of the house, really, getting away from the missus. No, cut. No, don't put that back.
So you're not going to make up these figures. This is not purely an aim point propaganda exercise.
Of course it is. My vice president of the company told me to do that. No, for sure. I mean, it's like to piss in the pants. It will be warm for a couple of seconds.
Anyway, it tastes quite tasty, really.
When should you use pigeon decoys in a tree, Craig?
When there ain't no leaves on it.
Brilliant, thanks for that.
Make sure my hair is on point. Very important as being a huntress. You gotta have your hair and makeup on point at all times.
It's chilly cold in my head. Aye. The joys of getting old and losing your hair.
Is that okay?
Perfect.
Well, for a minute I thought that was just going to be a load of old bullocks. But luckily it's not. No, so
You put it in your mouth.
Got it in front of your face. Yeah, this is in front of your face.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now that particular bird, just talk me through that one.
It did crumple up, didn't it? Thank goodness.
Where did it come from?
Where did it come from? Oh, sorry. Right, yeah. I was thinking, what, Japan, China?
The 6V, is it?
See?
Yes, ready?
One take.
Start to be good, use this thing about the career.
Maybe, no, it'll never.
yeah, I do struggle sometimes when I see David first thing in the morning to figure out what he is. But yeah, that aside, that aside.
We've taken a few home, say.
Yeah,
Not even all of them.
that's right, yeah.
Tonight, you notice that sometimes we're picking the foxes up.
and the farmers actually asked us to leave a few foxes behind on the field. Ah, the bloody foxes! And the farmers actually asked us to leave a few foxes. Foxes! I'm going! I know, he's bigger than me, I'm going away! Sorry, Del, sorry. No!
And who's the best person on Fieldsports Britain?
I'm gonna say David.
So second best then?
Roy.
Oh, well, not quite. Sorry, hang on a minute.
Take the shades off. Yeah, Blues Brothers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, thank you.
Very cool. Way! Lucky that water ain't wet.
Want Spiker shot over sort of like that 12 inches?
You've been lying to people again. Well, that is a fascinating debate, especially with Crufts taking... You're drunk.
I found this is the best way to train them. If you show them what's expected of them in later life.
Basically, that's a Chinese water deer calling, alarm call, and obviously it's caught your well, I was going to say Brute Stratos, or is it Old Spice? High Karate.
British sporting sculpture next. British sporting sculpture.
The wind's this way.
You have had highlights, haven't you?
Hang on, no, I didn't like that.
That's cool.
Okay.
That's good. Oh.
Day of toys today. Not vibrating ones at that.
Oh.
So
it was going so well.
We've just seen the dogs turn up and there's a proper motley lot of hounds there. So. I hope they find stuff because I think otherwise they might eat us.
Disgusting, little dusty. Good size.
Baby Jesus.
David.
Seems to work.
Do you shoot more squirrels than pheasants?
Do you know what?
Press it again, hold it, goes dimmer, hold it again, goes brighter, hold it again, goes brighter, goes dim, dimmer, dimmer.
We can reveal the most dangerous adversary. We can reveal the most dangerous adversary. Thank you very much for talking to me, Max.
Thanks for having me on the show.
That was superb. So many memories, so much therapy. And we couldn't have done it without the sponsors in 2017. We won't be able to do it in 2018 without the sponsors. And we certainly could never do it without you, the viewers. Thank you so much for watching. Now, from people getting it wrong to those people who in the last week on YouTube have got it right. It's the best hunting and shooting videos on YouTube. It's Hunting YouTube.
This is Hunting YouTube, which aims to show the best hunting and shooting videos that YouTube has to offer. The excellent Nordic Hunting channel is run by Nico Saarela, who contributes to a local newspaper in Finland as well. This is a film from a few months ago about fox shooting in Finland and includes English subtitles. Also fox shooting is Halden Hound and Fox Terrier, who sends me this from Norway. This is Driven Fox and he knocks over a young dog fox. Like many European channels, Wildjäger is all about driven wild boar and other big game at this time of year. He is wearing a head cam at hunts in Romania, Germany and the Czech Republic. Nepal is a little-known hunting destination, and French YouTube channel and agent Ovini Expedition goes there to film a blue sheep hunt. More mountain mutton or similar, and Wild Game NZ is after what he calls glorified goats, New Zealand's resident chamois population. It's nearly half an hour long, but worth watching the long version of Leatherwood Outdoors 2's 2017 Winchester Model 2520 deer hunt. He wants to shoot a whitetail while avoiding other hunters on Pennsylvania's public land. There's a new hunting channel from Slovenia called Slow Hunting, slow for Slovenia, not slow for dawdling. It has posted its first film where the highlight is the abundance of roe where he goes shooting, plus the film is in English. And finally, Texas students have more fun than ordinary students. Here they are netting deer from helicopters as part of a research project that looks at the effect of agriculture on mule deer and has nothing to do with larking about in choppers, perished the thought. That's it for this week. I've put all these films into a playlist for you. Click on the I symbol top right or check this film's description. If you have a YouTube film you would like us to pop into the weekly top 8, email me the link, charlie@fieldsportschannel.tv.
Well, that's it for this week, and indeed this year. We'll be back in 2018, or next Wednesday as we call it, for we are out every Wednesday at 7 PM UK time with Field Sports Britain. If you haven't done so already, please pop over to our website, fieldsportschannel.tv. You can click to like us there on Facebook, you can follow us on Twitter, you can subscribe to us on YouTube, you can pop your email address into our constant contact box on our register page, and we'll constantly contact you, as one viewer asked me to say this week, about our show Field Sports Britain. So it only remains for me to say to you, good hunting, good shooting, good fishing, and Happy New Year!